Aspilicueta arguing the point with the linesman. He wants a Chelsea throw. Instead, it's going to be Christian Eriksen to take this. They're in play around the halfway line. Varane, Martinez and Diogo may have given possession away here with a hospital pass. Eriksen with a karate kick to keep it in. Luke Shaw, but frantic bit of play there between some of these Manchester United defenders. Diogo Dalot now is the first choice right back. He comes in after his Milan spell. This is now his second consecutive season since his stint in Serie A. Inside ball, Jorginho Aubameyang. Wanted to flick it over the top of the United defence for Sterling. Big signing from Liverpool. So many big signings between these two clubs. With Anthony, Jadon Sancho, some of the new boys. Some of the old guard there now with the likes of Luke Shaw in his 9th year. Also Fred in his 5th. Marcus Rashford has only ever known these colours in his 8th season. But no player beats David De Gea in goal. Spanish keeper now in his 12th season. Cucurella with a free kick for Chelsea. And Graham Potter well coming over. The header one there by Casemiro. He's got a big marking job to do on Sterling. Forces him into an error. United throw. Near side of play. It'll be Dalot to take. Big chance for United to go above Chelsea. There's already been a couple of games in the Premier League today. Nottingham with a big upset. A 1-0 win over Liverpool. Everton 3, Crystal Palace 0. You just never know what you're going to get with either side. Manchester City 3, beaten Brighton, Potter's former side, and Roberto De Zerbi's current side. It was a 3-1 win in Manchester. Not too many teams go there and win, including United, who lost their 6-3 in recent times. The throw from Chelsea into the channel will be defended by Dalot. Ball stayed in play. Manchester United still have it. Now Loftus-Cheek. Another throw-in. First 5 minutes of play, still 0-0 at Stamford Bridge on match day 13. Hasn't Kepa been in stunning form recently? The performance he put in against Aston Villa was sublime, and since then they've kept another clean sheet against Brentford. Didn't get the 3 points though, as it ended 0-0. But prior to that, 4 wins on the trot, including Palace, Wolves, and West Ham. And just the concession of 2 goals in the past 5 for Chelsea. As for Manchester United, they've been in good form as well. Apart from a blemish in the Manchester derby, they conceded just the one against Arsenal, the league leaders. They conceded once more against Everton. It was away. And they are coming off 2 clean sheets. Chelsea coming off the 3 in the Premier League. Not too much to brag about so far. In a cagey start that's seen no shots on goal, no real fluid attacking play. Casemiro looks up. He's got the run of Jadon Sancho and uses it. Chalobah flings a foot out, doesn't get. It's Jadon Sancho, needs help. Back comes that's Aubameyang coming deep to defend. Clearance from Chelsea, no good. Intercepted by Eriksen. Put forward, but now there's a loose pass. Now Aubameyang is away. It's Aubameyang. He needs support in the middle. His cross way too high, too much trajectory on that one. It's been a real dangerous moment there for Manchester United, who thought they were in attack. It was a good charge down from Sterling to win possession, set off Aubameyang on a run. So 8 minutes gone. Pierre Aubameyang from Gabon. Just his first season at Chelsea, just his 4th game as well, but he has a goal since leaving Barcelona. People will remember him from his spell at Arsenal and Borussia Dortmund, Saint-Etienne and Monaco. Bit of a goal poacher, best season coming with Arsenal, 2 in a row. He scored 22 times in each season between 2018 and 2020. Manchester United with a goal kick through De Gea. Goes central, gives it away. Jorginho can't claim it. Eriksen, Casemiro. Here comes Manchester United. Good diagonal play. Luke Shaw coming forward. So the run of Dalot, it's into the middle, but it skews across the face of goal, and no one can get on the end of it for Ten Hag's side. And it really was a missed opportunity here. Scattering in at the back post was Anthony. Went through the legs of Chalobah. That effort from short looks as though he was going at goal. We'll see how it works out with this high zone for United. They need to press here. Chelsea hemmed in. That'll be a throw as Chelsea try to come forward. They're very static and very nervous. Home in front of their Stamford Bridge faithful. 10 minutes gone. Chelsea 0, Manchester United 0. Slow restart. That will go out again for another throw as it hits Casemiro. Down at the moment, we have a Chelsea player clutching at his nose. This is Lewis Aspilicueta. Just a high arm there to knock him to the ground. Back in play, another throw. It's Chelsea's far side of the ground. Chelsea going right to left. Sterling puts the ball forward. Aubameyang on the bounce, can't get it. It's ping-ponging around. It's there to be one. Varane will come clear with it and steer a ball into the channel. Away is the pacey Anthony, the Brazilian. So many of them out there today. Eriksen shifts it back to Dalot. Lots of flair, lots of Latin flair here. Brazilians, Portuguese. It's Anthony again. Up against Cucurella. Needs support. Bruno Fernandes. Back for Anthony. Quick footwork. Likes to dance. But no result there as Manchester United are forced back. And it comes to nothing. 12th minute. Still 0-0. Real arm wrestle. Neither side able to take the offensive. Neither side wanting to make a mistake, but there's been plenty of them out there. And the standard of football has been a little subpar. So Varane in possession. Sandro Martinez, rather. Varane again. happy just to pass it around. Horizontal passing. I'm going to lure in some of this high press from Chelsea. And then unleash Casemiro. Eriksen steers it out towards Luke Shaw. They need to put it into the box. Shot, an effort that Kepa got an arm to. Steers that around the post. And Anthony looking to open the scoring. There's no real venom on there. The placement was there, though. Was able to get that in towards goal on his left foot. And that is the first chance. Not sure it was on target, as though it might hit the post, but Kepa wanted to make sure. Now the corner. Kepa didn't come in the end. He was rooted to the ground. Manchester United claiming that something else has happened here and they should have a penalty. Or perhaps another corner. Looks as though no one touched that ball as it came in from Sancho. And to United's credit, that did take a touch off Chalobah before going out, or Loftus-Cheek it was. And away come Chelsea. Azpilicueta all alone. Motors past an opponent. And ball into the box for Aubameyang. And that is a good sliding challenge from Lisandro Martinez. A vital intervention there. Now it's Chelsea's turn for a corner. Over there is Chilwell. Short corner. Mount puts it behind. Able to steer it in. Good area. Nice sit for Cucurella. All the way back now for Kepa. Live to you on Flash Score. Saturday evening football. The header sits for Eriksen. Try to play a first-time ball through. Chelsea get bodies in the way. Loftus-Cheek. Chilwell. On the left side, they want to go and operate centrally. This is uncharacteristic of Manchester United in their past few weeks, where they've been on the front foot since the very start. But Chelsea is a different animal to most other clubs. A really good run of form and looking for their 8th undefeated result. Consecutive run of results, that is, if they can get past or hold the Red Devils today. Chilwell with a throw. Let's boot it away. Chalobah now. Curl the ball all the way out to the right wing. It's well done by Azpilicueta, the veteran. Mason Mount. Eriksen tidies up. Good exchange of passes. In the end, it ends up for Anthony. It's got Cucurella bleeding down his neck. Backing from Varane. This is Lisandro Martinez. Eriksen being busy. Finds himself as one of the few players to find a few meters around him of free space. Now it's Dalot. Anthony. It's poor play from Dalot. Put Anthony under the pump, and now it's Lisandro Martinez again. Vertical ball. Releases Bruno Fernandes in a pocket of space. Really good pass from him. He finds Jadon Sancho. Bruno Fernandes tees it off. It's Shaw. Is there an offside? Poor decision from Luke Shaw, who should have known that Jadon Sancho was offside by a good half a metre running back, and still played it to him. Perhaps he got a call from the United number 25. Decisive passing from Bruno Fernandes to find Sancho in the first place. Good defending in the end from Chelsea. Hold their lines. Kepa. Chalobah. question of whether Jorginho and Loftus-Cheek will start to win possession. Simply need to win the ball, as Eriksen and Casemiro have had the majority of it in his opening 18 minutes. Now Azpilicueta need to stave off these attempts by United to overtake them on the English Premier League standings. Chalobah have worked their way to the halfway line now, Chelsea. A series of passes that have been okay. Nothing wondrous about Chelsea today. Cucurella lofts one towards Loftus-Cheek. Can't control. It's back from Varane. De Gea clears. The header from Jorginho. And Sterling pinches possession away. Cleaned up by Chilwell and Jorginho. Not fouled by Bruno Fernandes. It's a play on with Loftus-Cheek and Sterling. These are a couple of minutes of improvement for the home side, as now Thiago Silva decided that he's had enough of these short passes. He went long. It was ambitious. And that will go behind for a simple goal kick for David De Gea. Some of the players unavailable today. Reece James for Chelsea, who's in the stands here. Also Fofana and Kante still out. Kante with a hamstring injury. A whole host of absentees for Manchester United. Van de Beek, Williams, Wan-Bissaka, Tuanzebe, Cristiano Ronaldo. Of course, that's a different kind of unavailability. Then there's Martial, Maguire, Greenwood. So Ten Hag, 52 years of age now, the Dutchman. Happy with bringing over Anthony in the summer. A little bit of firepower on the bench as well today for both sides as the ball shipped out towards Jadon Sancho. And they're attacking third now. Just to beat Azpilicueta. Step back for Kepa rather easily. Pulisic, Zakaria, Ziyech, Kovacic and Havertz with Gallagher and Breuer on the bench today for Chelsea. There's Elanga and Fred, Lindelof, McTominay, Palestri. So you think that Chelsea have a little bit more in the tank when it comes to players coming off the bench. No Koulibaly there today for Chelsea either. It's a big exclusion. So it could be Manchester United's day. One of the best defenders on the planet. Here's Anthony. Threads the ball into the area. And Jadon Sancho will do well to keep this in. If he doesn't, that'll be a Chelsea goal kick. Just a little bit devoid of ideas, both teams. As they try to play balls into wide areas, try and draw some of these defenders out and create a bit of space. Kepa goes short. Thiago Silva's there. He's hounded by Marcus Rashford. And Chalobah has to make a decision. Gives it away rather cheaply. Surely that's a foul on Casemiro. Mason Mount has been extremely quiet in this game so far. Chelsea number 19. And a little bit of Casemiro's shirt and then let it go, but the referee was there on hand to see the initial foul. Good to see Christian Eriksen back out there in the starting 11 today, his first season for the Red Devils, his 10th game. He's had 2 assists and he stands over this free kick. It's wide, he goes short to Bruno Fernandes. And then Luke Shaw, centrally located. Goes back to Fernandes, goes back to Jadon Sancho, up against Sterling. doing some makeshift defending. Good work from Anthony. He's won a free kick for Manchester United. Not directly in front, but just to the right of the right post, about 28 yards from goal. 23rd minute of play, and still nothing to brag about in this game. Christian Eriksen. We all know what he's capable of. 30 years old now. And he would be a set-piece taker for most sides, including at Brentford in his brief stint there, and also his Scudetto winning season with Inter Milan. He stands over this with Marcus Rashford. 3 men in the wall for Chelsea. It's Rashford to hit it. That came off Jorginho, bounced out towards the corner flag. Now it's Mason Mount, 219s go at it as Varane came over. Luke Shaw against Aubameyang. Aubameyang wants to throw. He might just get it. So on the balance of play, it is Manchester United in a slight ascendancy. It's a tempo that's being controlled mainly by Eriksen and Casemiro. Fernandes starting to get involved. Sterling and Aubameyang have been starved of any possession, as has Mason Mount. So that's something that Potter has to look at as the match wears on. But we all know how quickly things can change. Still, it remains 0-0 at Stamford Bridge. This is good work from Luke Shaw. Back with the will to run forward is Rashford, who releases Jadon Sancho. Shaw's in the middle. Not the man he'd want to go to, but he is capable of getting the ball into the back of the net, as we saw in the Euro 2020 final against Italy. In the end, that's a United corner. Second for them, and Kepa sets his defence. Christian Eriksen, a few fans directly behind him, a few choice words. Sancho, Rashford, good quick play. Rashford wanted the return pass. It was an attempted back heel. Cucurella trailed and tagged him. Bruno Fernandes picks up on a loose ball. He might try one. Tries to open up the space. Anthony trying to loop one. But Kepa allowed it to go behind, and he has a goal kick. Just trying to clog up central areas, Chelsea. Still trying to force Manchester United wide. And that came off Kepa. So Christian Eriksen will have a corner here. Varane's in there with Lisandro Martinez. Eriksen goes short. Now Jadon Sancho wants to run. Gets the ball back. It's towards Rashford on the edge of the area, but cleared. All too easy for the Chelsea defence. Nervy-looking Graham Potter. His first big challenge since coming over. His former side Brighton losing today to, I guess you could call them a Premier League contender, rival. I'm sure Chelsea are a contender for the Premiership, but depends on how things go, as Arsenal and Manchester City lie 5 and 7 points in front of them for this game. At the moment, it's Arsenal on 27 points with a game in hand as well. Manchester City, on completion of their victory today, they're up to 26 points, but they've played 11. Tottenham with 23, Chelsea and Manchester United with 21 and 20 at the moment, 4th and 5th. Newcastle below Manchester United in 6th with 18 points, and then Liverpool, who lost quite incredibly today to Nottingham Forest. As Rashford comes through, tries to slot that over Kepa, who did just enough. In a flash, they were into the area. They need to pick the lock, and much better. Good signs here, and Kepa making himself huge. Rashford denied. So first big chance. Now it's with Lisandro Martinez. He's out to Dallo. Chelsea able to sweep that attack away to safety. Now Eriksen launches a big switch over towards Luke Shaw. Under pressure from Azpilicueta, comes offshore. Chelsea throw. Now it's a little bit of malice between the two players, Shaw and Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta went to get the ball. He got it. Luke Shaw just holding him up so he couldn't play on quickly. Another player deserving of a card. They're talking to, nonetheless. Look at the pace from Rashford getting through on goal and asking the question of Kepa. He stuck out an arm and did enough to block that shot from Rashford. He tried to just chip it a good metre into the air to get it over the oncoming, the on-rushing Kepa. Kepa's 5th match of the Premiership in this season. Joined the club in 2018 from Athletic Bilbao. Former Valladolid player as well. 28 years old. Doesn't really feel like he's been around that long. The dummy, Bruno Fernandes. It's inside to Anthony. Offside call, a belated one. Now Cucurella takes the free kick. It's over for Chalobah now. Lots of European and South American flavour in this one. Kepa all the way back to the Chelsea keeper. He goes long. He'll be eaten up by Luke Shaw. Down the line, could only find Marcus Rashford. He was strolling back from an offside position. So Havertz and Broja were rotated out of the team. Started against Brentford. Aubameyang and Sterling brought back in. Now the first choice in attack alongside Mason Mount. We all saw what he could do against Aston Villa. 2 sublime finishes, including a free kick that could be a contender for goal of the month at the very least. Definitely a contender for Chelsea goal of the season. Jorginho plays the ball forward. It was taken out late, and that'll be the first portion of the game. Yellow card shown to Anthony. So an unhappy look on his face. Not sure whether that look was aimed at the referee or to Jorginho. Either way, he'll have to be careful, but Ten Hag with a couple of options there if he wants to bring Anthony out of the game at some stage. Big money buy. The Brazilian coming over from Ajax. Already scored for the Dutch side. Haven't gone too well in the Champions League. The beltings at the hands of Serie A side Napoli. Losing 6-1 and then 4-2. Looks as though their Champions League campaign is done. Could end up some stage playing at United in the Euro, but now a ball from Chilwell. Doesn't find Aubameyang. He's had almost nothing to do in this game. Chilwell. Cucurella. Square ball. Loftus-Cheek now. Moves it over towards Chalobah. Mason Mount. Back to Chalobah. Back to Loftus-Cheek. And there's just no threat at all from this Chelsea side. Mason Mount trying to orchestrate something. It's won by Casemiro, and United can break here through Rashford. He's away, and he's up against Thiago Silva. He might unleash one a goal. What a save that is from Kepa. Big moment there again. The Chelsea keeper up to the challenge that was posed to him. And Eriksen blocked from making the run through by Azpilicueta. Still with the ball, the big Dane. Varane comes forward. Ship it out towards Anthony. A lofted ball in. Jadon Sancho now. It's the curl, won a goal. It looked as though it took a touch, but Kepa down to his left and claims the ball. It was rather tame in the end. Another big money signing from Borussia Dortmund, English international Sancho. Chelsea were caught out again at the back as Rashford came forward. Jorginho and Thiago Silva hung off him. They did force him to shoot from an angle, which was the only positive that could be said there, as they gave it away cheap in midfield. And again, they're away. This time it's Dalot, but he's overrun the ball. Chilwell will mop up for Chelsea. Chilwell, 25 now. Joined the club from Leicester City in 2020. 7 goals in the Premiership for the Blues. Now Kepa launches one towards halfway. The header might sit for himself here as Mason Mount receives his own pass. Get one to the back post. That's clipped away. Just cannot find an option where they can knock it in. Find the head of an Aubameyang. Or even a Loftus-Cheek to make a run into the box. Graham Potter is about to make his first change. He's either seen something he doesn't like, or someone has an injury. As Kovacic is waiting to come on. But Chelsea into the area. Azpilicueta delivered. Not a good one, though. Over the head of Aubameyang. And now we have a chance with 10 minutes to go before the break to make a substitution. Luke Shaw allowing Azpilicueta to get hold of the ball, but his execution just wasn't up to it. And Cucurella makes way as Kovacic comes into this game. Will there be a change in formation? Or is it a case of Chilwell going back? Are they switching from a back 3 to a back 4? You would assume so. Much too much space at the back, where Rashford's been able to jog away from opponents, and at times there's not been no one around him. He's been coming deep enough to receive and then create space for himself. And now there's an altercation here between Mason Mount and that is Lisandro Martinez. Referee will come over and have some words. Will there be a card shown? Referee today at Stamford Bridge is Atwell. Graham Potter with the first move on the chessboard today. They have been on the back foot for a good 80% of this game. The stats should tell us that with United just on 60% of possession. Doesn't always tell the story, but 6 attempts at goal to 1 does in favour of the away side. And Jorginho, fleet-footed, trying to find Kovacic for his first touch. As we would expect Azpilicueta now to slot back from right midfield to right back. As Kovacic should form part of a 3-man midfield. Cucurella going out. And Chilwell back into left back instead of left midfield. Now Kovacic, that might sit for Sterling. Does for Aubameyang. And got enough to create a dangerous effort at goal. But it was just off target in the 39th minute. It was simple play. Kovacic, Shaw came over, diverted that ball, which ended up falling favourably for Aubameyang. Sterling in there creating a little bit of confusion. Some untidy defending there, courtesy of Luke Shaw. They looked comfortable in defence, apart from that, and in Chelsea, they have looked simply not up to it. Not exactly a glorious game on that match day 13 of the Premiership, but I just get the feeling that a goal should unlock a whole load of drama. Sterling, and on the right, chips the ball in, knocks it in towards Mason Mount. He couldn't get there. Jorginho came. Eriksen cleared. Kovacic tried to get it back into the area. Five minutes to go to the break, and it would definitely be Graham Potter, the happier of the two managers here today. Chelsea trying to suffocate United, trying to force them out wide. And they can be. The Red Devils are being clever, getting forward, trying to release Rashford into space. Jadon Sancho simply not doing enough on the left side of attack. Now it's Anthony. Eriksen launches from long range. Took a bounce, went wide. Trying to take the Chelsea ball by the horn. Perhaps catch Kepa just in a moment. He's not in full concentration. Not Chalobah. Trucks that up to halfway. Kovacic now. Chelsea can come forward through Chilwell. Aubameyang is all alone. Looks offside, but the run from Aubameyang was good. The linesman's flag is still down. Lovely ball in by Chilwell. Now Anthony. He's got Thiago Silva to deal with and dealt with him beautifully. Rashford. They waited for the pass. Jorginho was there to cut it off, and Chelsea have a free kick. That ball whipped in dangerously by Chilwell. Aubameyang got a toe to it, brought it away from goal. De Gea was confident that there was no one else that was going to attack it. Martinez there. Decent partnership now starting to build between Varane and Martinez. More a case of necessity with Maguire in poor form and unavailable in any case. encouraging signs here from Chelsea since the substitution from Potter. Being able to ward off Marcus Rashford and co. Some futile efforts from the left wing from Jadon Sancho. Not looking the player that he was in the Bundesliga. Now Loftus-Cheek for Chelsea. Doesn't take on Eriksen. Sterling. Good trap and pass to Kovacic. Open space up for Sterling. The vital intervention from Lisandro Martinez. The busiest players out there. Definitely been the pivots in midfield for both sides. Jorginho not able to control the tempo. Now a wonderful cutback. It's Sterling. It's Aubameyang. They haven't been able to control and steer that ball in towards goal. Sterling perhaps better served going at goal. This is much better. The home side being willed on by their supporters here. Big contingency of Chelsea fans. Lots of blue around Stamford Bridge today, as there always is. A big challenge from the massive club from the northeast. I guess if you offered them a stalemate before this game, both would have been rather happy to take it. Big challenge on Mason Mount from Lisandro Martinez. Luke Shaw can't find Jadon Sancho. And it's been all Chelsea in these last 5 minutes as we head towards the break. Red Devils just starting to fade a little since that substitution by Potter. So some good coaching. United coming off a win over Tottenham, 2-0 win, which they dominated thoroughly. They drew at home to Newcastle, 0-0. They beat Everton in Liverpool, 2-1. Losing to Man City, 6-3, and they beat Arsenal at home, 3-1, which is... Missed opportunity from Anthony. Struck it on his right boot. And it would have been a devastating blow just on the stroke of half-time. The ball slipped through. Thiago Silva unable to keep up with his younger adversary. And Anthony has eaten a golden opportunity and spat it out. Kepa just showing him a good meter at that near post, coming off his line. Just when you think they're fading, they're back. Thiago Silva, Chalobah, with Jadon Sancho harrowing down upon him. Azpilicueta, Jorginho, this is good as they ship the ball out towards Chilwell. Can he knock it into the box? Out came Dalot. Chelsea throw. We are back at Stamford Bridge for the second half. It's 0-0 at the break between Chelsea and Manchester United on match day 13 of the English Premier League. United with the better chances in the first half. What can Chelsea do to turn this around? Potter bringing off Cucurella around about the 33-minute mark of the first half as we see a foul by Luke Shaw. The Chelsea free kick, just 15 seconds gone in this term. Cucurella coming out, Kovacic in, and then Chelsea's fortunes changed a little. Jorginho now, Loftus-Cheek. Eriksen in pursuit. Won't catch him. Out for Raheem Sterling on the right side. Jorginho comes in, tries a little return pass. Not enough on it. More accuracy. Header from Thiago Silva. Back up forward. Aubameyang. He's out there very early, waiting for the United players to come back in. Luke Shaw can't keep that in. That'll be a Chelsea throw. 1 minute gone. 44 left in stoppages. Azpilicueta will take an attacking area for the Blues. Long throw near the byline. Well gathered by Mason Mount. Now Raheem Sterling. There is a sea of red in front of him. Sits for Azpilicueta. Just take Jadon Sancho wide with a defensive header after the cross is knocked in. Now Azpilicueta again. Loftus-Cheek. Corralled by Eriksen. Jorginho. Thiago Silva. Jorginho. Pirouette turn. Spin and find Azpilicueta again. Going down this right-hand side. Trying their luck. Nothing good doing though. And that is a wonderful ball forward. And Kepa nearly caught off his line. He takes a touch to get around Anthony. He's chasing like a headless chook at the moment. Thiago Silva. Kepa playing as an outfielder right now. This is confident work from the Chelsea defence. The long ball is launched forward for the Brazilian Anthony. Should be able to make that 23-man squad for the Brazilians in Qatar. They will be one of the favourites, if not the favourite, alongside Argentina, you think, with the hot conditions. Favours the Southern Hemisphere sides. Brazil and Argentina, both from there. Although some of the other sides from the Southern Hemisphere, like Australia, not amongst the favourites. Here comes Mason Mount. Runs into some trouble with Dalot. Casemiro wants to throw and amazingly doesn't get it, to the frustrations, not just of Mount, but all the supporters behind it. Accomplished player now, Mason Mount. Sumptuous free kick that he scored against Aston Villa in a game that Kepa was one of the main reasons why Chelsea got the clean sheet that day. Some miraculous saves as a shot comes in from Loftus-Cheek and goes out behind. It's taking a touch off a United player. That'll be a corner kick. Chelsea. Came off Martinez. Now De Gea have to orchestrate something from the training pitch to thwart this Chelsea attack. Ten Hag having words with a couple of players on the bench. And anger may be brought on. The corner shipped in. Nothing for United to worry about. Exactly a stinging delivery. And a misguided corner kick, lacking quality and precision. De Gea moves it forward. Jorginho came to meet the header up against against Bruno Fernandes, rather. Helps up the Portuguese. Two former Serie A greats, Bruno Fernandes with Udinese, Sampdoria, and even Novara, who are playing 4th division football in Italy these days. One back by United, Casemiro. Eriksen moves it on. Anthony's out there. He needs a teammate to help him out. Back for Varane, former Real Madrid player. And there we've got another former Real Madrid player in Casemiro. Luke Shaw. Using Jadon Sancho wide. The return pass, too much on it. Shaw ran towards the byline. Chelsea goal kick. 5 minutes gone, nearly 6 in his second half. It still remains 0-0. Chelsea, Manchester United. First change for Ten Hag and the Red Devils. Fred coming in as Jadon Sancho makes way. Interesting choice. Fred, the central midfielder. A little bit of physical presence just beside Eriksen and Casemiro. I would expect Bruno Fernandes to get forward a little more now that Sancho has been brought out, especially until a player like Elanga will come in. And Kepa moves that forward. Luke Shaw intercepts. It's got Fernandes out there on the left. He take control. Can't find a red shirt in the box. Anthony on a yellow card. Maneuvers around Kovacic. Tried the diagonal pass for Eriksen. Doesn't have the mobility that he once had. Ten Hag needs to ask more from Sancho and Anthony, especially in these big games. It's a real moment of brilliance to break the deadlock on occasion. We've seen the last time they met, it was Cristiano Ronaldo. Wonderful goal to equalise. He's not here today. You think that Ten Hag could use a player of his calibre, one of the world's best, if not the best, arguably. We won't start that conversation right now. But he's definitely a player that I would have warming up right now. Not seeing eye to eye, Ten Hag and Cristiano Ronaldo right now. No more Edinson Cavani. He's moved on to Valencia. So it's Rashford. Ball played vertically from Shaw to Rashford. It's got the run of Fernandes. Chalobah gets in the way though. Chelsea goal kick. Fernandes is irate with our referee today. Mr. Atwell getting some abuse. In the end, it looks as though it did come off Bruno Fernandes. The earlier results today: Nottingham 1, Liverpool 0. The goal coming in the 55th minute from Awoniyi. Everton 3, Crystal Palace 0. Calvert-Lewin with the opener. Then Gordon, then McNeil. 3 goal scorers. And Manchester City 3. Who else but Mr. Haaland with the first half brace. Trossard cut it back to 2-1 in the second half, and De Bruyne finished off. Put it to bed. It's always going to be. The live standings at the moment with the scoreline as is at 0-0. Chelsea and Manchester United remain in 4th and 5th respectively with 21 and 20 points. Tottenham in front of them as Dalot pursues a run forward. Loftus-Cheek couldn't gather as Chelsea wanted to launch a counter-attack. He and Jorginho, Fred fouling Loftus-Cheek, and Chelsea now have a free kick. Has to be brought back by Atwell. Chalobah to take. So Arsenal in first place with 27 points. Manchester City go up to 26. And you get Tottenham on 23. So if Chelsea were to win, it would go equal with Tottenham on 23 points. Manchester United would go above Chelsea with a win. That is a big aim, as Sir Bobby Robson was saying midweek. As Aubameyang scoots away, it's up the byline now. Evades a defender, but back comes Casemiro. Slows him down. The ball now put back in. It's from off Sterling. It's sat off Luke Shaw. Didn't bounce favourably. Sterling back with it. Moves it square. And the whistle's gone. Stoppage in play. Let's see what's panned out here. Casemiro's down. Bruno Fernandes was on his backside as well. While we're waiting for some of this drama to finish, let's move forward to tomorrow's action in the Premier League. There's 5 games, 4 of them covered here. It's Aston Villa, Brentford, Leeds, Fulham, Southampton, Arsenal, Wolves, Leicester, and Tottenham, Newcastle, which will be a big game in the context of top 6. Tottenham can move forward. Newcastle could move closer with 3 points to the top 5 placing. Tottenham lost 2-0 midweek at Old Trafford. Cast the first shreds of doubts around their chances of securing back-to-back top 4 Premier League finishes. They still have a 4-point cushion over Manchester United. They could extend that if United fail to win here today. Ten Hag wants another change. Casemiro still down. This could be serious. Struggling to get up and stand. And that's Varane that's down there. So, number being shielded. Varane is down. Manchester United already suffering from some big name losses in defence with Maguire unavailable. Varane is up, but looks to be in tears. 29-year-old Frenchman, the ex-Real Madrid veteran of 10 years, spent a decade in the Spanish capital, has the 1 goal at United, and he is covering his face as he kisses a couple of his teammates goodbye. Hopefully it's a kiss for good luck, and he looks shattered on the sideline here. He's struggling to hobble away, perhaps knowing that there's some knee damage. Hopefully it's nothing serious with ligaments. But there is a substitution here for Manchester United and Ten Hag. Lindelof comes into this game. And now we'll find Alexander Martinez in the back. Centre-half pairing, the Swedish defender, 28 years old, Victor Lindelof. Joined in 2017, now in his 6th season at the club after leaving Benfica. It's only his 3rd appearance this season, so used as a bit part squad player, Lindelof, in the Premier League. De Gea get us back underway in the 60th minute. Still 0-0, Stamford Bridge, Chelsea, Manchester United. Neither side really looking like they're going to break this deadlock. It will take something special, you would think. Something heavy duty. Some vigour out there. Some shrewd passing and some tackling that's done the job so far. Sterling manages to get away from Casemiro. Aubameyang can't find a teammate. That'll bounce out for a Chelsea throw. Chelsea number 9. It's not been his day. Rashford down the other end looking much more dangerous. Chelsea unwavering though. At times they look a little disoriented. Graham Potter looked perplexed in the first half, but made a change, made a difference. Lindelof instantly with a header. Chelsea may feel they can turn the screw with a player of Varane's calibre off. But now Bruno Fernandes moves the ball out to the left. Swung back in. Eriksen. Here they come again. It's a hopeful ball in. It's come to nothing. Really would like to have his time again. Fred. Perhaps an attacking option that shouldn't really be in that position. Does have a goal this turn though. So it can't be all bad news for the 29-year-old Brazilian to be on there. Internacional and Shakhtar Donetsk player. Good control by Thiago Silva. Finds Chalobah. Just for the time being, looks as though the Blues have gone back to a 3-man backline. No Koulibaly today. Two changes for United. Just the one so far for Chelsea, with under half an hour to go. Casemiro controls with confidence. Now Anthony shapes up against Kovacic. Inside is under Martinez. Bruno Fernandes, an option, but they can't get it to him, so they'll go back and around. Luke Shaw brings in Fernandes. He's chased into submission. Finds Lindelof. His pass can't get past Loftus-Cheek. Kovacic played into pocket of space. Moves the ball forward to Aubameyang. Good exchange here. Kovacic sets a task for Chilwell up against Dalot. He wins out quite easily. The Portuguese, wonderful defending. United in a rhythm, bringing the ball out from the back. Jorginho. Who can take control, take these points? Kepa chips the ball forward. Just can't find the run of Kovacic. Struggled to control. Tenacious work today in midfield from Casemiro. Also Loftus-Cheek. Would have been the number one pivots for each side today. Fred wins the ball in midfield. Now Luke Shaw, deep in his own territory. Long ball. Chalobah heads, as does Jorginho. It's there to be won. Lindelof comes for United. Luke Shaw again. This time he goes short. Fred. Quick play. Fernandes, Shaw. It's Rashford getting deep. Back for Fernandes. Left side of play. Now it's a good interception. Sterling, sliding challenge from Martinez. Make sure that's a throw. 65th minute of play. Both sides needing some reliability, but needing it in that attacking third. Can't find space between the lines and between defensive midfield and the back line. But the first half an hour of this game, Rashford was able to find space on the right, running forward from the halfway line. Now Sterling wants to take the ball to the byline. He moves it in. It's put away by United again. It's coming back again. Mason Mount. Good run by Loftus-Cheek. This is a better ball, but it comes off Luke Shaw and behind. Corner kick Chelsea. The possession starting to balance out. Chelsea have had the majority of it since the second half has begun. 9 goal attempts for United, 4 for Chelsea. And Chilwell standing over this set piece. Everyone up on their feet here at Stamford Bridge. Ben Chilwell takes a deep breath and delivers. Good central location. Headed away, put back in by Kovacic. Fernandes wants it to run, but it won't. So he has to smash it clear. Over halfway, the header brings it back with interest. Chilwell comes. Fernandes chips it back inside, but Sterling gathers. Jorginho. Back for Chalobah. Thiago Silva with a calm head over the ball. Wants play to slow down for Jorginho, who's got acres of space in front of it. Mason Mount now. Wants to draw Fred in. Beats him quite easily. It's Mason Mount, inside ball. Knocked it in towards Aubameyang. And now on struggle street. It's Manchester United driving the vehicle. Sterling, this time on the left side, gives it up. Eriksen now trudges forward. Bruno Fernandes in a good central location. Wants the feed. Rashford just looked as though Chalobah wouldn't get there, but he did. Quality defending. Anthony now on a yellow card. Moves it in for Dalot. Eriksen, Rashford, across. Comes Thiago Silva and does what he does best. Clears that down towards De Gea. So superb defending from both sides. It was a cagey affair in the first half. Even though it's 0-0, it has opened up and they need a goal. Of course, a goal would mean so much in the context of where these sides end up at the end of the season. Considered a 6-pointer by many when two clubs of this magnitude meet. Chelsea coming inbound. It's Kovacic. Good turn by Mal. Got past one, but not the second. Wanted to shoot from around the penalty spot. And away comes Eriksen. Feeds the ball through for Dalot. It's up against Chilwell. Anthony. And back for Eriksen. Chance for a breather. Something's got to give, you would think. Luke Shaw. Bruno Fernandes has adopted that position. Wants a foul, and we'll get it as Azpilicueta had a good piece of his shirt. 70th minute now. You just get thinking that the next substitution could be crucial. Pulisic could be brought in here for Chelsea. Another option would be Broja and Ziyech. Zachary has come to the club but hasn't featured. Back heel from Fred, tidied up by Chalobah. And away comes Mason Mount, releases Raheem Sterling. He's up against Lindelof. Got past him. Went to ground, doesn't get a free kick. Fred, across for Casemiro. And Kovacic. Mason Mount has the run of Aubameyang. Cut off by Luke Shaw. Loftus-Cheek. Really good partnership between he and Jorginho. Gallagher omitted for this game. Started against Brentford in the 0-0 draw. Now Sterling. Let's come off a United player behind for a corner. As we start to look forward, the next fixture's coming up. It's an away trip in the Champions League for Chelsea, playing Salzburg before they go to Brighton. So a couple of away games on the trot in the next 7 days for the Blues. So they need to make most of this. That corner, not executed well. Ball is with Kepa, pointing to where he's going to launch it. Goes exactly there. Off the head of Mount, but doesn't sit for Chilwell. United play the next 2 games in Manchester at Old Trafford. Sheriff Tiraspol in the Europa League group stage coming. Then a home match in the Premier League, which should be a mouth-watering occasion against West Ham. Now Jorginho. There's a big fight on in midfield between he and Fred. Jorginho goes down, gets a free. Brazilian up against a Brazilian. Now it's with Sterling over on the left side. Little back heel, brings in Chilwell. And again, United concede another corner. Pressure. Real Sociedad on top of United in the Group E of the Europa. So Sheriff need the win if they're going to claw United back. 6 points off third place. For now, it's Chelsea with a corner. It's curled in, a really good area. And it came off the head of Chalobah and hit the crossbar. That is the closest they've come. It did go over the head of De Gea, but it was from 6 yards in line with the right post. De Gea had it covered in any case. Aubameyang and Jorginho, hands on their heads. But it really would have been swallowed up, gobbled up by De Gea. Gobbled greedily. Aubameyang out. And Potter makes another substitution with Pulisic. As for Chelsea, stunning performance in Europe this season. Didn't start off well with a loss against Dinamo Zagreb. One of the contributing factors to Thomas Tuchel's dismissal. But at this point, after a couple of good wins against AC Milan, they're looking okay. They lead Group E of the Champions League. Group stage, 7 points. Salzburg on 6. The 2 will meet in Austria. Chelsea just have to make sure they don't lose that game. Milan need the win against Dinamo Zagreb. The pair are both on 4 points. So if there is a winner in that game, one of those sides will go to 7. It will all come down to Chelsea and Salzburg before the final day. A 2-0 win in Milan. We saw a red card for a former Chelsea defender. Tomori sent off in the 18th minute. Jorginho converted a penalty, and Aubameyang dispatched 34th minute for 2-0. It was enough. Just saw out the second half, got the 3 points, and went to the top of the table. Now it's Fred for Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes launches one in at goal. Kepa, he saved it, but couldn't keep it in play. That goes back and behind. Manchester United corner. You want Bruno Fernandes to have that kind of venomous shot at goal, but from a more central location where he usually is. He's gone out to the left for Jadon Sancho. Now Kepa looking rather nervous. 5-4 is the corner count in favour of Chelsea. Eriksen takes. It's booted away. Pulisic just come on, doing some defending. It's opposite number Rashford. Puts it pass forward to Lindelof. Need to regain their shape here. Bruno Fernandes, the edge of the area. It's offside though. Under 15 minutes to go. A result that the likes of Tottenham, Manchester City and Arsenal will applaud. If anything, they prefer a Manchester United win. But with that comes the roll-on of confidence, striving to return to the Sir Alex Ferguson days. Long way off, but making some strides, considering the form they were in earlier this season and also last season. A big turnaround. Some stability here for Ten Hag for now, although after every loss there's always a hashtag Ten Hag out or Tuchel out. And that's half the reason why half these coaches are losing their jobs. Potter leaving Brighton. He's now here with Chelsea, but that allows for some more talent coming in like Roberto De Zerbi. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Hits one. It's high and wide. Did it take a touch of a Chelsea player? It must have, because there's no way he could have hit it and it could have gone there into the second tier unless it did take a touch. Double change coming for Graham Potter. Will they be on before Kepa takes this goal kick? I don't think so. Over halfway it goes. Without touching anyone. It'll be a Manchester United throw. Perhaps now we'll have a change. 79th minute. Raheem Sterling is called over. His night is over as Broja comes in, the Albanian. The other substitution is Ruben Loftus-Cheek out for Chukwuemeka. So United advancing down the field with Anthony, corralled by two. The ball played in for Eriksen, knocks it into the box. But shocking delivery. Really was haphazard. Now a change for Ten Hag. So far 4 for Chelsea. Now it looks as though it will be 4 for United. So Pulisic, Broja, Chukwuemeka and Kovacic all being off the bench for the Blues. We see another Swede entering the fray here. for a Dane. Nordic exchange, you can call this one. Christian Eriksen. 80 minutes of solid football, but just fading in the past 10 minutes. In comes McTominay. Should be a like-for-like substitution. And Marcus Rashford out for the Swede Elanga. So Chalobah clears. Wonderful switch. Down Chilwell. Kovacic. Jorginho. Looks as though he'll get another 90 minutes to add to his never-ending CV. Former Ballon d'Or nominee, Champions League winner, former Chelsea top scorer. Remarkable to do that from defensive midfield position. Of course, you can always do that when you're the allotted penalty taker. We've seen Lorenzo Insigne do that in Serie A. Now they try and open up the space on the right side. Azpilicueta, wouldn't call that a headbutt, it's a face butt. It goes out for a United throw. So just a change in the way that United are playing out these final moments. Bruno Fernandes playing centrally now. Dalot, marauding run. Let's come on, Jorginho. Will sit nicely for Kepa. Elanga looks as though he's gone out to the left. Bruno Fernandes as the central focal attacking point. And Anthony is still out there. He's on the right. Behind him is Fred, Casemiro, and McTominay. United are coming forward. On the right wing, they go all the way back to Dalot. Lindelof. Sandro Martinez. Luke Shaw. He's got Elanga wider if he wants to use him. Instead, he brings in Fred. Now Elanga. Inside ball is not a good one. Chelsea come away with it. Good ball to release Broja. It's got Pulisic inside. It's Broja. A wonderful sliding challenge from Martinez. Chelsea looking perilous in the final 20 minutes in comparison. So Broja, Pulisic, and Mount are trying to play out these minutes. Azpilicueta up against two. Gets it in for Pulisic. Tries to deliver with power. In the end, it bounces off the shore. Chelsea corner. 84th minute of play. It's Chelsea 0, Manchester United 0. Stage is set though. Will there be heartbreak? Or will there be glory for the home side? Thiago Silva moves up. Got the conga line going from his set piece. He, Chalobah and Broja. Chilwell wants to find them. Good central ball. It's put behind again. And this is a situation where Bruno Fernandes is irate. The United players look perplexed. The referee is standing on the spot. What has he seen here? He's ruled that McTominay had a big piece of Broja and brought him down in the area. And I can't see this being overturned. McTominay just brought into this game minutes ago. All you had to do, son, was make sure he didn't have an easy run through. McTominay won the header, but took down Broja to get there. Bruno Fernandes trying to talk the referee out of it. I don't think there's any coming back from that as Ten Hag is wandering aimlessly up and down the touchline. Atwell, the referee, has pointed to the spot, and we all know, as I was just talking about it, Brazilian-Italian, Jorginho. He's just waiting out the argument. He wants it to be over. Perhaps going through in his mind where he's going to put this. Yellow card shown. Looks like Fred copped that one. So United doing their level best. I'm not sure if this is going to do them any good, because with every second gone, it minimises their chances to get an equaliser. Bruno Fernandes just having a word in De Gea's ear here, perhaps advising him. Perhaps it's Bruno Fernandes that did the due diligence on Jorginho. Someone had to. We all know De Gea has done his homework, but has he done enough? Will he pass the grade up against at Stamford Bridge on match day 13? There's a hush, a lull over the stadium. It's Jorginho! And he breaks the deadlock from the spot. It is 1-0 Chelsea over Manchester United. They have fought their way back into this match, and they have delivered. It is Jorginho who delivers the blow. And that is a dagger through the heart of Ten Hag and McTominay, who gave away the penalty unnecessarily. And they come to him, and deservedly so. He sent De Gea the wrong way. The fans willing this in. And boy, do they know how to celebrate here at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 1, Manchester United 0. Still time, though, for the Red Devils. Graham Potter, little fist pump. The bench elated. Why wouldn't they be? United on the front foot in the first half. Chelsea struggling to get a shot of any real purpose to test De Gea. Breuer brought in as one of the Chelsea substitutes, as was McTominay. That is the game changer. Of course, it takes a calm mind and head from the spot. The header now comes through as McTominay gets forward. It comes off the Scotsman and goes behind. And Kepa surely will take his sweet time here. I'm not sure what McTominay is really arguing about with the referee in terms of protesting the penalty decision, because it was just so unnecessary. The way he had two arms around Breuer. So the seconds ticking down. De Gea in possession. Quick throw. Wants to release Anthony. Launches a ball forward to the other side. Chalobah intercepts. Sandro Martinez. It is aerial ping pong. Mason Mount can't get there. Luke Shaw. Dance move to spin. Draws in Pulisic. That's given away. Through comes Azpilicueta like a freight train. Pulisic. No advantage played. Azpilicueta needing attention. 90th minute of play. The top pocket for the referee to show Luke Shaw something he never wanted to see. Can they pull this out of the fire, though? These United players probably thought they were going to get to the final whistle without conceding. on the back of a couple of clean sheets against Newcastle and Tottenham. The way that they dismantled Tottenham throughout that game. Enthralling football. And we've seen Chelsea turn it on. Some scintillating football in these final 20 minutes. Finally paying off from the spot. Saw Chalobah hit the crossbar with a header. So we're into stoppages. We've got 6 minutes of them, and the question will be asked of Chelsea's defence, no doubt, but United need to get the ball down there. Throwing numbers forward now. Elanga comes. McTominay is playing just off the Swede as a second striker, and obviously thrown in there for his height. Pulisic into the channel. He's got 3 red shirts to deal with and wins a throw. It is stellar work from Pulisic. It's going to be a free kick. Little kick in on him, and Mason Mount now. Little toe poke into the corner for Broja. The ex-Vitesse man, I guess inadvertently winning the penalty. Elanga steaming away from his opponent. Jorginho will definitely go into the book here. Bruno Fernandes wants more. Elanga was away, but he still had one man to beat. Jorginho takes one for the team after delivering for the team. Now some argy-bargy between Lisandro Martinez and Jorginho, and surely the card has to come out for the Manchester United defender here. The referee unsighted there. Bruno Fernandes, an entertaining final quarter of the game. Shaw, Fernandes out on the left, swings it in. No one gets there for Manchester United though. They have a throw. 3rd minute of stoppages. Needing a goal. They're going to throw it in long. It's into the box. Easily dealt with by Thiago Silva. And then karate kicked away to halfway. Fred's back there. Shaw lets it run through his legs. Mason Mount in pursuit, but Elanga into the box. This is dangerous. It's cut through. Past 2 United players. Still with it now. Anthony into the middle. Maneuvered away with class by Thiago Silva. Another long throw. Beckons.
Wow.
Lobbed in like a grenade, but McTominay's there. Control. It's coming back. There is an electromagnetic force propelling this towards the goal! Off the post and into the goal, surely. The referee looks at his watch and points to the halfway spot. Manchester United have the equaliser. It is Chelsea 1, Manchester United 1, right at the death in stoppages. Just what the top 3 wanted. Casemiro. And the way he is celebrating is like Tarzan, unleashing the fury. The fist against the chest. And Kepa, well, he did his best to keep that ball out, but just couldn't stop it from crossing the line. Has the whole of the ball gone over? Well, it looks as though it has. On the second bounce, Casemiro getting in the final embers, the dying embers of this game, and doing his best. It's an acrobatic header as well. They have the equaliser. You can't say it wasn't deserved. On the balance of play, on the balance of power, perhaps a point apiece is exactly what both sides deserve here. Did it have a piece off the line? I don't think it did. I think it just crossed over. The technology sometimes gets it wrong, but not often. Maybe once in 1,000. This time, the benefit of the doubt is with it, and Manchester United have that goal. Chelsea coming forward. 40 seconds left of this game. We'll see if it is extended with the goal celebration for Manchester United. Might go an extra minute or two. The beauty of that goal isn't just that we've had the second of the game. It is Casemiro's first goal in a Manchester United jersey in the English Premier League. Luke Shaw will claim the assist. Good ball in. Put it in a dangerous spot in a place where Casemiro could stand and wait with McTominay. And in the end, it's the final whistle here. And they share the spoils. It finishes. Chelsea 1, Manchester United 1 on match day 13.